What's wrong with miniskirts? What's wrong with hot pants? I mean,
well, see, this is a European design thing, and the righteous people. You go to Saudi Arabia and tell a woman to put on miniskirt. Go to Zaire, Africa, and have women put on short dresses. They'd be fined or locked up. Go to Pakistan. Go to all throughout black Islamic Muslim countries. Number one, I have a wife and she's walking around with a skirt up to here. And then what's happening? Well, why do I want everybody to see her? What's the man? I mean, people looking and weaking, they lusting for her, all kind of freaks and no good people on the street. Why do I want my wife? She came in over because the panties show up, the wind blows. Well, it shows it behind. Cows and animals and mules. Human beings don't walk behind out. Savages walk around with their behinds out. And my wife behind ain't for every man to look at. You understand? So it makes a lot of sense. So how can I protect my woman if I'm walking down the street, she's half naked and some sadist run up and grab her? Hell, I shouldn't have put out there. If I got merchandise I want to sell, I put in the window for you to see. So if I want my wife, why don't I want everybody to see my wife? What's private? What's mine? Everybody looking at her. Which means what's wrong with it? How can you have a wife or somebody you love? Anything God made precious, nature hides it. You cannot find diamonds easy. You have to dig and dig and dig. You got to work to clean them. You cannot find, listen. You cannot find gold. Everything God made valuable, He made it hard to get. Pearls, rubies, and ain't my all. You have to dig, and half the time you don't strike. Everything God created that was valuable, He made it hard to get to. Ain't my woman more important than some diamonds and some oil and some gold? When she's the field which produced my sons and daughters, why should she walk around all nude in all of these design clothes? Her breasts is out. She's on the beach wearing clothes that show more than her panties when she go to bed. That's right. People don't just might as well come out with a brassiere on and her panties. She'd be more covered up than she do with a European style, with just something covering up her nipple and just a little old G-string over, and she's walking out on the beach naked. These are savages. I'm gonna have my daughter, my wife, my woman walk around for her man. Ooh, look like I do. Boy, if I could get to her. And listen, well, I want that for. She's mine. What do you mean, what's wrong with walking around half naked? That don't look bad to you because you're of the European nature, and black people are righteous. And the Europeans have made them unrighteous.
But look, I mean, before you go.
All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off with saying, Ka Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostle, the great millstone, and my elder Harold Wan as well. Salutations to the Archon that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I'm Khanak Sha'am Ba'yah from the Lions of the Yahshua camp. And you can see what this lesson is on based upon the video in the beginning. And it's the mindset of our women, man, and wanting to wear these European-style clothing to try to fit in. But this picture I have right here that I got off the internet is exactly how our women are supposed to dress, man. That's beautiful right there. You know, that European style of dressing, half naked with not very many stuff on. That's like caveman style, really. It looks appealing. But only for one thing, to lust after, man. I mean, you know, if you might have your wife at home dress up for you like that, but not for everybody else to see, man. And you know, and you'll have men that say, "I'm secure about me." You know what I'm saying? My wife can wear, my girl can wear anything she wants. I'm secure about mine. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? They like to throw that card out there. What you are is a coward. Because, you know, if you apply any pressure to that woman, she's just going to leave and go find the next man that's going to allow her to be dressed like that. You know? Why? I mean, and any woman that gains and seeks attention like that, they're not right in the mind. It shouldn't, you know, a real woman doesn't want everybody looking at her like that. And, you know, our women would dress like that when they don't have a man, but once they get a man, they cover everything up, you know? That's how our women used to dress back in the day. They used to dress like harlots. That's harlot attire, the European attire, like with the mini skirts and being half naked and showing all that off. That's they're selling their body by doing that. You know, it's false advertisement. Because then once you approach them like that, they want to say you thirsty or disrespectful. But like, what do you expect, man? What are you promoting by dressing like that? You know, you have some so have some more pride and dignity within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not to want to be seen like that in public. You know, especially if you have children, man. You know, and if they ain't dressing like that, they're wearing pajamas and bonnets in the grocery stores and stuff like that. You know, our women, some of our women don't care how they look, man. They look stank as can be, and just think it and look at you crazy if you look at them like, what you mean? You know. But what it is, it's a mindset, man. You know, you got our women dressing like whores, and our men out here killing each other, or loving each other, because half of them gay anyway. I mean, happy, yeah. You know, half of them are part of the letter community. You know, and I just want to get on, like, Muhammad Ali hit it on the head. We're not, but the last thing he said, so-called black people are righteous. It's the white people that influence them to be wicked. You know, and that's a pretty truthful statement right there. If I would say myself. But what happened with Jake is they just went rampant with the wickedness in so much that their deeds surpassed the wicked. They don't outdid the wicked being wicked. You know. And so they started normalizing this behavior and accepting of this behavior in our communities, man. And that was the agenda behind it. That was the whole push behind it, wanting this to be flooded in our communities and be accepted in our communities. You know, I just want to get a couple scriptures going into it. I'm not going to make this long. Lord willing, is edifying and serve His purpose for the hope of the elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, the first scripture I want to get is Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many, to wrest judgment." Right. So don't follow a multitude to do evil, right? And don't speak on that evil to like try to justify it. You know, like you out here being wicked, and then when somebody call you out on it, you're ready to defend the wickedness instead of opening your ears and understanding what's righteous and turning back to Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, and that outward appearance is what their spiritual covering looks like too. They naked, man. They shameful. Let me get Proverbs. Proverbs 3. It's Proverbs 3. And 31. It says, "Envy not thou oppressor, and choose none of his ways." Yeah, just like how he was saying, man. That he's like he told the interview, like, you like that, you think it's cool because that's your people. Your people like wickedness like that. Our people will follow behind you with the wickedness, man. You know, I don't believe in the whole Muslim thing, you know, but you know, as far as the attire that our women should have, Muhammad Ali was on point, man. You know, sacred things are covered up. Even His word is covered up. It's only revealed unto those that are worthy. Not everybody can see. Not everybody can see. You know, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, as far as spiritually through the word. You know, only select few are able to see that. So all precious things are covered up in this world, man. So if a man has a woman, those parts of her should be precious to him and covered up, not on display for everybody else to see, man. And that's just it, man. Our people need to wake up and stop normalizing wickedness. But our people don't understand righteousness. Only a select few really understand or understand or attempting to understand righteousness, of the righteousness of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Well, let me get Amos chapter 7, verse 17. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. And you're seeing that right now. Our women out here being whores in the city, man. Our women out here being, our men out here, our sons and our daughters out here, like, you know what I'm saying, killing each other, man. You got women, like little girls, talking about they steppers and they on that game banging type stuff, man. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. They have no intuition or no desire. The majority of our people have no intuition, no desire to follow after righteous. They want to follow a multitude to do evil. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. And right, and mind you, in the book of Hosea, not saying the men don't have any things to do with it, but in the book of Hosea, it says, he told Hosea to go marry an adulterous woman. That's how I feel of the children of Israel. So, like, 2/3 of our men are harlots too, following after idolatry, man. Spiritual harlots. So that's why, the Lord said that thy women shall be harlots in the street. Amos 7:17, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his hand. Right. So, and all that, this is part of the curse of all that happened to us. It's still happening to us because we're living out our captivity right now, man. But the Lord is turning back our captivity right before our eyes. So you're going to have those women. There are righteous women out there, man, that really believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And they're willing to adorn themselves and dress themselves in modest apparel. They don't want to be harlots in the streets. They don't want to follow a multitude to be evil. They don't want to go to the club all the time. They don't want to date a whole bunch of different men. They want to stick with one man and ride it out all the way to the end. They don't want to go test the water and see what's out there in the world, especially when you come into the truth, man. So always some craziness going on around here. Yeah, sorry, Salakia. So yeah, man. Our men are out here killing each other. Our women out here showing off their bodies, and our young youth get an eyeful of it. You see it on TV. You see it in the streets. You see it everywhere you go, man. And it's sickening that our people are, but you have the ones that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and have faith. As a matter of fact, let me get 1 Timothy chapter 2. Verse 8, it says, I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. Right. So we're not out, the true men of the Lord aren't out here gang banging and acting all crazy. They're lifting up their hands to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and praying, sighing and crying for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. Verse 9, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefastness and sobriety. Right. These women that wear all this stank stuff don't got no shamefastness. They're not sober. Twofold. They're not spiritually sober, and they probably always drunk because they're going to the club all the time. They're not. They don't have the mindset to want to worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefastness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Yeah, because these women will spend their last on a piece of thread to put in their crack of their butt and say it's an outfit and say, "Oh, I'm slaying. Ooh, I'm slaying." You know what I'm saying? Killing. Like, yeah, killing yourself spiritually, killing yourself softly, man. Leading a path, leading down a path to destruction. The scripture says there's a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. It says, but which women become professing godliness with good works, let the woman hear in silence and in subjection, right? And that's how a woman should be. Our women need to, like, we have righteous women out there, but the rest of them need to pay attention to these righteous women out here that are paying attention to how about Shema Shai by paying attention to the men of the Lord and what is being presented by through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know? So it's a mindset though. Anybody that wants to dress like this, their mindset is all off, man. There ain't no hope in that. They ain't nowhere near trying to think righteously if they have the desire to want to dress like that out in public like that, you know. So they don't have any shamefastness. They're not sober, you know. So and it says verse 12. It says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach or to assert authority over the man, but to be in silence." Right. Like you tell a woman like, "Hey, yo, you don't need to put that on. You don't need to wear that, sis. Who the fuck you don't buy my clothes? Child, boo," and all that. They quick to pop off at the mouth talking about you can't tell me what to do type stuff. You know. So that goes back to the scriptures. The way that seems right unto a man, but the ends thereof are the ways of death, man. You know. So I just wanted to touch on that point a little bit, man, because I ran across that video, man. I thought it was interesting, and, you know. But there are a lot of righteous women out there that don't, you know, the truth. There's some women out there that are not in the truth, that don't condone or don't believe in dressing like this, man. That they believe in covering themselves up. And that's a better state of mind to be in than these women that don't give a damn, you know. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to serve His purpose. With that, I'd like to say, Ka Halayim La Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles, great millstone, and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the icon that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.